What is going on YouTube? This is Brooksy, and today this is just a video on how to overcome rage. Basically, I'm just going to be giving a few tips off the top of my head on, just on how to overcome rage, and basically just some tips on a kryptonite for rage, I guess you could say. And as you can see, this gameplay is fucking shite. So just ignore the gameplay and just listen to what I've got to tell you. Basically in the game, all I do is just run around with a shield and just, do people's heads in. Just reverse the situation a bit. But let's get into it. The first tip I would say is listen to casual music. I wouldn't say indie because there's some cool beats in there, but you wanna just listen to stuff that's basically like troll music, or just something you'd listen to if you was trying to get in someone's knickers or something like that. A few off the top of my head, or like I'll just check my folders now. I've got some Ellie Goulding. I've got some Cher Lloyd. That seems to work pretty well. I've got some Dido. And one of my personal favourites is Sophie Ellis Bextor, and it's a bit of old school there. No one might remember her, but she's done some top hits like Murder on the Dance Floor and stuff like that. But every time that comes on, I seem to I just never seem to rage on Call of Duty. I'm just too happy listening to that song. So there's tip number one. Listen to mellow music, some chilled out music. Obviously, you don't want to be listening to fucking Soilwork or Bullet for My Valentine. If you're in a bad mood or you're not doing particularly well at Call of Duty at the time, that's just going to make you even more angry, and you're just going to fucking flip out. So stay away from your heavy metals, your fucking melodic death metal, your whatever. Just stuff along that lines, basically. Tip number two. What can I say? Use fight fire with fire. If there's some bellends in the game, using just doing what I'm doing here. If there's someone like this on the enemy team, or there's a camper, just sniping, head glitching, just doing all the stuff that annoys everyone, gets your blood boiling. Just fight fire with fire. Just mimic their class if you've got one on the custom classes. That is. Just pick out the most noobiest class you can. Just try and annoy the enemy team, and you may be able to make them rage quit instead of the other way around. You end up being the one that's rage quitting. So it's a pretty obvious tip, but it does work, and you can have fun. Just it's a bit of experimentation. You can just use some stuff that you'd never used before, or you wouldn't dream of using if you were beasting it out. But everyone has those days. Everyone has the male period on Call of Duty where you're just not doing well at all, and you're just blaming everyone else apart from yourself. And that's what tip number three is going to be. Just don't blame anyone else for doing for yourself doing shit on Call of Duty. Just put all the blame on yourself. Just try not to rage. Basically, if you're dying constantly and you just you're raging at other people, you're just blaming everyone, you're blaming your teammates and stuff. Just try not to get into the habit of that, because all that does is just adds fire to the flame, really. It just, it doesn't help anyone, and especially if you're in a party with a load of your mates, you're just going to be doing the reds in, basically, and which I do a lot in my parties too. But just try and get into the habit of accepting that you're doing shit because it's just not your day, and you're just having one of those days, really. So just try not to rage at other people, or other teammates or other enemies. Just try and combat it with like I said in the previous tip, just try and use stuff against them that's gonna make them feel the same way as you in that game, basically. Tip number four, I've completely forgot. I'm basically just doing this on the top of my head. This is just what I do when I'm raging or when I'm in a bad mood. Just these tips, really, they will help you out, and I guess you could say this is a guide to a better win-loss ratio too, as if you're gonna rage quit, you're gonna be leaving a lot more games, but hopefully with these tips, you can improve your win-loss and actually stay in the games you would have backed out of, and get a decent gameplay for staying in. You know, you never know. Like, there's been a few times where I've backed out of games because I've just honestly just lost the plot. And there's been games where I've been close to backing out, and I've basically used this for the whole of Black Ops 2, where I will press start and I will get to leave game, and then I'll just remind myself not to leave the game and just press back. And if you can get into the habit of, you know, if you're gonna rage quit fast, just try and press back and just don't do it. You know, you can get into the habit of it, and it will be like a mental block then, and you won't leave any more games. But you never know. Like I said, if you end up staying in the game, you might eventually, you know, get, like, who knows, you might get like a 20 kill streak after sticking with the game. So you could get rewarded for not raging. But hopefully these tips have helped, and it's just basically been a load of stuff off the top of my head. I haven't really prepared this. This is just because I've been having like a bad week on Call of Duty, and that's the reason why I haven't done many videos. I haven't been able to get any decent gameplays really. And so it just came into me, I should make, you know, a video on how to overcome rage, and, you know, basically just help people out in the festive spirit, since it is, you know, Christmas time, and no one wants to be in a bad mood, no one wants to be raging 24/7 on a game, you know, that they're supposed to enjoy. So, you know, if you found this video helpful, then, you know, just leave me some feedback, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.